He will lead now. Queen Mary's explosive declaration at Prince Christian's coronation sends shockwaves through Denmark. Welcome to BNEWS. The royal chapel in Christiansborg Palace was silent for a long, pregnant moment. Queen Mary stood poised, regal, resolute, breathtaking in a deep sapphire gown that shimmered with symbolic weight under the vaulted ceilings. Around her, dignitaries from around the globe sat still as stone, courtiers hovered on ritual, waiting for the ceremony to unfold exactly as tradition demanded. Then, in a moment that few had anticipated, that exquisitely choreographed calm shattered. With her voice steady but crackling with emotion, Queen Mary declared, "He will lead now." It was more than a statement, it was a seismic declaration, rippling through the room, through the monarchy, and across the nation. Cameras flashed, hearts skipped, and the implications hung thick in the air. Denmark had witnessed something extraordinary. A ceremonial moment transforming into a profound turning point. What did her words mean? Was this a signal of a mother endorsing her son's emerging reign, or the beginning of far more dramatic change? Queen Mary's words became the headline. Her declaration became history. And in that timelessly tense chapel, a new royal chapter was unfolding before the world's eyes. Before we delve into every detail, angle, and reaction from that unforgettable day, pause for a moment, pause right now, and show your support. If emotional royal stories fascinate you, if you want insider royal coverage that goes deeper than photo ops, please like this video, subscribe to BNEWS Royals Families, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming documentaries. Trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. Understand first that Prince Christian's path to this moment had been paved for years under both formal training and private nurturing. Born on October 15, 2005, into a modern royal household blending Danish tradition and Australian humility, Christian was raised not only in the rituals of monarchy but with the grounded values his mother, Queen Mary, brought from her Australian roots. He attended international schools, mastered multiple languages, and shadowed his father, King Frederick X, on state visits long before his teens. Those close to the palace say Christian's early demeanor reflected a quiet confidence, steady, respectful, approachable, qualities rare in heirs apparent. Under his parents he learned duty, decorum, grace, but don't underestimate the human warmth his mother nurtured. By the time Christian stepped up to receive the crown jewels on August 5, 2025, he wasn't merely fulfilling expectation. In many ways, he seemed already to be emerging as Denmark's next modern face of leadership. The coronation ceremony itself remained faithful to centuries-old ritual, yet on this day it felt electrified by undercurrents of change. The red carpet along Slotsholmen was lined with throngs of Danes. Would Christian formally join the Council of State? Was reform underfoot? On social media, #Christian the Leader trended with photos of the embrace Mary offered Christian after the speech. Child development experts noted in interviews how Mary's trust and public confidence in her son modeled a softer, more emotionally supportive style of royal parenting. Royal task forces at national think tanks debated whether this signaled modernization in monarchical governance, if yielding responsibility to youth would recalibrate the monarchy's relationship with the people. In private circles close to the palace, insiders revealed that King Frederick had discussed transitioning more ceremonial duties to Christian in recent months. This might include attendance at state briefings, chairing youth development councils, or representing Denmark at international climate summits. Queen Mary's speech was interpreted as both affirmation and invitation. A way to prepare the public psyche for the imminent evolution of royal leadership. Those behind palace doors believe the phrase, "He will lead now," will echo in future history books, not as fluke, but as a defining mark in Denmark's modern monarchy timeline. Meanwhile, across Europe, other monarchies paid attention. Royal families in the UK, Norway, and Sweden quietly reached out to their Danish counterparts, offering private congratulations but also curiosity about how Christian's role might recalibrate protocol. Several invited Denmark's young prince to informal gatherings of monarchs and heirs, citing interest in his mother's method of blending tradition with emotional resonance in leadership. The speech took on diplomatic flavor, subtly yet powerfully repositioning Christian as a young leader worth watching on the global stage, with Mary credited as architect of this bold moment. Back in Denmark, in neighborhoods and living rooms, families gathered to talk about what leadership really meant. Was Christian now officially in charge? Would Mary's words bring constitutional change, or simply cultural transformation? On talk shows, scholars and educators explored how public affirmation of youth authority within royal households might resonate in business, politics, and community leadership. Mary's moment became classroom discussion, corporate workshop material, and emotional rallying point for those who believe younger generations should be empowered earlier, not just ceremonially, but meaningfully. For Queen Mary, the day marked more than her son's coronation, it highlighted her vision for the monarchy's future. In public appearances following the ceremony, she referenced balancing tradition with authenticity. She spoke softly but with purpose about passion, duty, and legacy. Though the official program made no mention of transferring power or suggesting abdication, observers noted a subtle shift. Christian appeared more frequently at state events. Mary allowed him to deliver brief remarks, acts previously reserved for the king alone. Their public posture signaled partnership, trust, and a slowly emerging shared throne. Many Danes commented they felt this was not merely a one-day moment, but the birth of a new royal partnership model. As for Prince Christian himself, in interviews 5 days later he addressed the moment candidly, but carefully. He expressed gratitude for his mother's words and faith in him, and spoke of his vision for service, education, environmental causes, youth empowerment. His demeanor was calm, yet purposeful. "I am honored to serve," he told a Danish broadcaster, "and I know I will lead now, with humility and dedication." It was a statement that felt grounded rather than grandiose, purposeful more than presumptive, carrying forward the emotional tone Mary had set. And what of the monarchy? As August gave way to daily life, officials quietly updated portions of royal advisories, indicating Christian would attend more official council meetings and support policy discussions from the coming months onward. While the king remained Denmark's sovereign, Christian's expanded role suggested Mary's speech had real-world impact. In short, Queen Mary's unscripted declaration wasn't just symbolic confidence, it was a catalyst for real change, both within the palace and in the public's perception of royal leadership. Queen Mary's pronouncement, delivered with vulnerability, authority, and maternal conviction, was a milestone for Denmark's monarchy. It injected emotion into tradition, youth into continuity, and authenticity into ceremony. At its heart, the speech reminded people that leadership is not inherited, it's entrusted. Christian may not yet wear the crown, but on August 5, 2025, in one simple declaration, he was entrusted with a nation's hope and promise. So here's our question for you: what moment of someone voicing belief in your potential changed your life? Who gave you that pivotal affirmation, and how did it shape your path? Let us know in the comments below.